jumped on, gets looped back from AZN. Down goes Sonya, and they are not done. Dwarf is in the sights, getting those Leeming resets.
But it does not connect. And Led taking a lot of damage, goes down. That's a full headhunter now.
Oh, that's the shield comes out. Eternal Feast on the back line, and Uberak forced to get away. But look at how much damage the Leeming thing does not drop the turret. Leeming goes down. Sylvanas goes down. The next to the drop is going to be the Malfury. My God, that's 3 quick kills. And no, 4 quick kills.
He's the high five. We are getting stunned in here in this pit. Dwarf finds himself low. Eric does a blink on out of there, but Crushinator is go. That is a triple kill, a quad kill in favor. Ulysses is not long for this world either, and that is a 5-man team wipe in favor of ALG.
Johanna steps in to try to save, but it's not going to be enough. 2 down already.
Wow. Eclectic could be next. 42 gems dropped there.
Doesn't have health. Don't want to drop all those gems, and that is dead. Joanna gets the gems. Get out. How you going to do it? Oh, 34% health.
Ugal just runs straight in. He doesn't care. Oh, he catches the kill. The Zod. And the follow-up stun coming out from the Oriole and the taunt, but it's not going to help the come.
Sir Watson is taunted there on the point. Augur very, very low. There's the Fell Flame blocking the kill. Duck Rogers have to hightail it on out of there. What a corruption. Fracture slowing him down.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Weenus, and I'm joined by the one, the only Dax. Dax, hello, good sir.
Hey, Weenus, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thanks for being here. How are you?
So far, so good. Just really excited to get into some NGS playoff action here. Kind of took a little bit of a hiatus from casting here, but you know what? You asked me to join you, and I could never say no to you, sir. So here we are.
Well, thanks for being here. We are here for the Div C East playoffs of number 2 seed Almost Legends Gold versus number 6 seed US Army Esports. And we're going to hop into it in just a second. Thanks for being here in chat, everybody. We got Shiggity Wiggity the Dude, Easy K93. Thank you for the follow. And Miss Bird is here as well. And Salvaje is coming in with the raid. Thank you so much.
Spicy raid.
I
Easy K in the chat.
appreciate
Hello.
it. Thank you so much, Salvaje. I think we have. Oh yeah, we have a little.
Hello. This is Salvaje. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Oh yes, very good. All right, let's switch to the maps real quick so we can see where we are. All right, the higher seed, Almost Legends Gold, they decided that they wanted first hero picks. They banned out BOE Garden of Terror. We had US Army Esports banned out the Cursed Hollow, Alterac Pass, and picked Braxis for game number 1. Oh, okay. That was fast, but I think we're ready to get into it. Okay, I'm gonna let them know that we are ready now. They have been waiting on us very patiently for the last couple of minutes. Just wanted to make sure we got our highlight in there. Hope everybody is is doing well tonight. Hope your raid went well too. Welcome on in. Let's get the C West started. All the emotes coming in, I love them. Appreciate the cast. Says, is it AZN or Azen? Either way, you're welcome. Cryonics and Benny White. I wanted to say Betty White so hard there. Welcome in. Look at that. May ban right off the bat. You know, we're in playoffs, so these teams are clearly going to be scouting each other out, doing their research, and this draft so far is flying with the ban on Falstad from US Army Esports.
Yeah, just one of those heroes in the current meta. You know, hopefully, fingers crossed, we do see some sort of bounce patch, some corrections next week. But just a real annoying hero on Braxis holdout to begin with, able to make those rotations up pretty quickly. Even on 2-lane map, globals are pretty tough to deal with.
Yeah, indeed. False Daddy, just it's almost like you're in Storm League. Like, well, we better ban it. But looks like even the legal talents are still dangerous on Falstad right now, and so banning it out from your opponent, never a bad idea. Varian ban from Almost Legends Gold, trying to get rid of that taunt blow up. And Tychus, I like Tychus, you like Tychus, we all love Tychus. It's about damn time, but not today. And look at this draft is just speeding by. AZN's picking up Stukov right off the bat.
All right, and Fracture's wasting no time at all. Just going to go ahead and pick up the off lane here. Fracture going to go ahead and lock in that pick, and then Simeon is going to go ahead and grab the gold Dan.
Cinnamon Simeon. Yes, look at this. All right, so Belalos, however you say it, is grabbing the ETC. Wolfman Jack on the Diva. Winky face. GG!
Yeah, so Diva already, these offlaners going to go ahead and lock in pretty early. Diva should trade well into the Leoric. So Leoric will have to do the best to just kind of land that combo with the mace and the slow to just keep up with the self-sustain that Diva can get at level 1.
Absolutely. Get all that healing. Oshkosh Garage will be booted on out. Shiggity Wiggity says, I think Venus will announce it right before the game starts. We got a choke! What?
Ooh! All right, Tetris Man makes sense. So some percent base damage is up and available. Now, Diva can work in the 4-man if they wanted to opt for the Malthael. Greymane still up and available as well. And really any damage dealer can get some percent based damage done. But Hoedown Zul'jin is still up and available. I can get some crazy amount of stacks against this Cho'Gall.
Greymane, you got the bullet coming out, most likely from Hoedown. King picking up the Cassia. And we're gonna see Ariel grabbed up with 2 batteries. Not just 1, but 2 batteries for Ariel in play.
That's a whole lot of hope.
That's right.
That I don't normally have in Storm League. So
spicy draft coming up from US RV Esports. But I think Almost Legends Gold did a good job of working with what they could in the draft and still picking up some counters. So we will have to see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. So Leoric is going to have to win his lane hard, which I think he's going to have a hard time doing into that Diva. Cho'Gall is a late game hero. And Braxis just lends itself to being one of those maps where it can kind of get snowbally and end pretty quickly. I've casted at least 2 or 3 Braxis games that have ended, right around 10 minutes. So they have to play for the late game, and Leoric needs to do their part up here in the top lane.
Absolutely, sounds good. We are going to hop right in to game number 1. Woo! All right, on the left-hand side, we have Almost Legends Gold, where we have Azen playing that Stukov. We have Belalos playing the ETC. Hoedown on that Greymane. We have King playing Cassia. And up in the top, tippity top, it's Wolfman Jack playing the Diva. What are we looking like on the right-hand side? Dax.
Already on the right-hand side for US Army Esports, we have Fracture on the Leoric, Simeon on the Gul'dan, Pidgey on Ariel, Unicycle Yay on Cho, and Surefire on Gall, but we'll call them Unifier for short.
Unifier. That's actually a pretty decent Cho'Gall name.
That's pretty clutch. Usually I can't even pronounce normal people's names, let alone a Cho'Gall name, but that one's pretty simple.
Love to see it. Ghost Dunk, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Good to see you, buddy. And Miss Find a Bird, I will always deny you by picking up Nazebo if I can.
Yeah, I don't let Miss Wind Up Bird play Nazebo if I'm against her in any sort of drafting environment.
Miss Wind Up Bird slapped our chops the other day in Storm League, but what else is new? All right, check it up at the top. Fracture versus Wolfman Jack. This is an interesting matchup. I think I favor Leoric as long as you can land that spooky hand, healing on up and keeping that lane pressure. So we'll have to see. Also, going to go up there and grab the globe too. So grabbing those globes and having globe control gets you a little bit more sustain in that top lane fight.
All right, but up rotates Greymane to get some pressure back, pushed into Fracture there. Probably going to let Wolfman Jack maybe back here a little bit, not have to waste the tap.
Wolfman's back. All right. Bow, bow, now, now. Nice slide there onto Unifier. Unifier is going to be backing up a little bit, but really, with that health pool and that healthy sustain from Pidgey, going to be able to siege in quite well here. Wolfman Jack getting low, Hoedown getting low. Oh!
All right, so Leoric can kind of go ahead and take out the mech, and Greymane still working on Baby Diva there. So Fracture locking in that Leoric and not having any problems at all whatsoever. In this lane matchup here, I thought Diva would fare out a little bit better, being somewhat more range and self-sustain at level 1, but just Fracture doing a great job owning top lane.
Indeed, indeed. And here is the beacons. They are online. Fracture is going to step on top. Bottom is going to be a little bit more contested, but Unifier is able to push King back and AZN. Here comes Bellos. Looking for an entry point. Can't find it quite yet as we are ticking towards US Army Esports getting their beacon filled up. Wolfman Jack, though, able to take the top beacon back. Push Fracture off for a moment. Fracture's gonna take another look there, and we're gonna see Hoedown pick up that siege camp there, and that's gonna help in the top hand lane. Big steal.
Yeah, absolutely. Just Wolfman Jack and Fracture going to go ahead and trade on point here. D.Va does have Mech Explosion, looking to use it here. Fracture will have to back up, but he don't seem to mind there at all. Does get chunked down, but like you said, he does have to deal with this camp now that is pressuring that lane. So top does go over in favor to Almost Legends Gold here. And I see Ms. Winderbird talking about level 1 from Cassia in Pale. I think what it's looking for, though, is the extra 50% damage against enemies below 50% health. I think it's just there to chunk that Cho'Gall if need be there.
Here comes Almost Legends Gold trying to push USAE off the point. And they do so on the bottom. Top, though, back and forth there between Wolfman Jack and Fracture. We're going to be playing back and forth just a tad.
All right, take a peek here at the top. Wolfman Jack back in the mech. Going to trade out into Leorc here. Does miss that spooky hand. Will have to back off there and clear that wave. But, you know, that camp getting some work done. That front wall is already done. And Fracture doesn't have tap unavailable. So he will have to back after clearing this point. So top goes back over to Almost Legends Gold.
Speak of camp addict, Hoedown is a beast, literally just on camps, getting that push during this contested objective, and those camps are adding up. So if you don't see Hoedown on the map, they're probably grabbing a camp, trying to get a little bit more pressure going. So nice camp pickups for Almost Legends Gold.
This is one of those maps where the camps, I want to say, tend to get neglected, and they do provide so much pressure when, you know, these teams, we watch them here on the bot lane start this team fight here, and the camps just push. Signs coming out onto Unifier there, but we'll get out of there. So the channel will start its process 40% to 34% respectively, and climbing for Almost Legends Gold here. We'll see if Leo can recapture top, but they do have that camp pushing. And unfortunately, Leo got a little close to that spell damage there and got chased down by D.Va, who was starting to work on that fountain. So now it is kind of a losing game up top for that Leoric.
Yeah, a lot of push going to be picked up there. Unifier going to have to back off a little bit, and it looks like we're going to get a full channel to maybe about a quarter channel, favoring Almost Legends Gold. And that's going to be a good push. And look at top. That fort has already gone down half plus. Wolfman Jack going to be able to pop into that mech and you know, get a little bit more siege damage before they have to back up. Although taking quite a bit of damage from the Zerg. Is the mech gonna go down? No, it looks like it's gonna be fine out there.
Does have tap up and available. We do see the charge coming out from D.Va to cancel that thing there, but will be demeched here, standing in the Zerg wave, and that thing does a ton of damage.
Casey and Double in chat, thanks for being here. Thanks for the nice comments, and I missed it. We lost Fracture up in the top hand lane again. There's just too many lanes to keep track of at the same time. They're gonna get that trait value though. And top fort still up, not down, so good work there. It's not over yet for the top fort, Dax.
No, it is not. They're going to go ahead and send up Simeon, which would trade. I think it's going to trade a lot better into D.Va. A lot better wave clear, can clear it a lot faster and keep that creep wave off of that remaining health on that. But again, D.Va's, they just don't care. She should just be able to go right in there and down.
Yeah, we'll
Leo
see
working on this Bruiser camp. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, we'll see if that self-sustain from Gul'dan is able to keep up. But there is no well up there, so there's not a whole lot of support for Gul'dan to be able to fall back onto.
Here comes the sneaky Hoedown. Is going to jump behind this wall. D.Va is getting that done. Hoedown is there. Wolf does come out, leap in after Simeon. Wolfman Jack will get on the flank there with the Q up and available, and it's stun. But down it goes Gul'dan there.
Excellent gank there by Hoedown and Wolfman Jack. And here comes a counter engage. As Pidgey, Fracture, and Unifier are looking for Hoedown. See if they can get their pound of blood. Hoedown is running. I don't see how they get out of this.
That whip.
Nice stun. That whip, that nay, and you know, there it is. However, in the bottom, we have more siege.
Careful. great vision there from the ETC is going to be able to boop back the team, looking to rotate down here and try and get a gank there, but great evasive fire from ETC there.
10's online for Almost Legends Gold. We are looking at that mosh pit on ETC. Ball lightning from Cassia, the curse bullet as we thought there from Greymane, massive shove from Stukov, and bunny hop from the Diva.
Already. Diva. All right, 10's now just online at 4 at the side of U.S. Army Esports. We do have the upheaval coming in. We do see it right there coming out here, and the ult coming out. But in comes that mosh pit hit and landing onto 2 members. King trying to do the best that they can to get all the damage on the silence. Underneath Pidgey, she is able to escape there and get that heal off there. So no kills, a lot of ults push. We do see Diva go ahead and get taken down in the top lane against that Leoric. But Greymane is trading in here as well. Down goes the Gul'dan. Hoedown should trade well here. 7 health and running away. Leo does chase him down and secure that kill. And a 2-for-1 trade in favor of U.S. Army Esports.
Nice trade there. That's a fight that U.S. Army Esports needed for sure. They're able to secure both of the points, trying to get a little bit of siege damage up top. But the members of Almost Legends Gold have respawned, and they are possibly coming up for another gank. They are going to look for this top point and cancel that channel happening. Getting a little bit over 50% though for U.S. Army Esports, and they get the bottom fort.
All right, so structurally evened it back up there. Still holding on to that bottom fort with as much as they can. So let's talk about before the next team fight here. Maybe perhaps in comes the slide again. No mosh pit up. Out comes the upheaval. Is going to pull the rest of the team in. And I don't know if this is the boss pit is where we want to fight here. Boss is activated now.
Oh my goodness.
Teams are running away. That silence really creating some space for the team. But you know what? There we go. We get the full channel. It did get capped, and then the team fight distracted Almost Legends Gold long enough that they were able to get the full channel here.
And here it comes. Look upon the Zerg wave bottom. Top is going to get cleared up, though. Not pushing with the Zerg wave. Instead, counter pushing so they can get some siege damage in on this top fort. Bottom fort's already been taken by U.S. Army Esports, so they're going to just move up into this top hand lane. I like this move. But the Zerg is getting cleared quite quickly by Almost Legends Gold. And they're pounding away, and that Zerg is now donezo. But top fort is taken. Both teams 4 kills. Both teams very close in XP at level 12. This is a close game so far.
Yeah, absolutely. So fort for fort there. Teams back on an even playing field. 13's not online. Positioning going on right now around the boss. I love Cho'Gall just carrying around that toy horse. It's so stiff. Like, it's just so funny. It makes you laugh. It legit looks like a toy. He's bringing home or dinner. He's like bringing dinner home.
That's right. Just throw it on your back. Throw it over your shoulder. It's like me grabbing a 24-pack from the store. All right. Camp time over here for Almost Legends Gold as they're securing their bruiser camp as well as their siege camp at about the same time. Meanwhile, both teams kind of moving around the map, at least the U.S. Army Esports, maybe looking for an engage, maybe looking for a split, thinking about maybe clearing up some of these camps. Sticking together, though, as a 3/4 clump.
Absolutely. So like you said here, so normally we do see teams, at least after the first objective, swap out. But here we go, the rotation down here on to Fracture. We do have Bello step up on this. Out comes a Curse Bullet. We do have the healing coming out from Leoric. Does use that Wraith Walk to get out of there. Does get those nice wiggles. The Fen coming in, and it's not enough to take down Fracture. Does escape with his life and has that tap up and available. Here comes the rest of the squad on that flank here. Out comes the Bunny Hop. Is going to lock down 2 members. Out comes the Mosh Pit as well. That is a triple stun, quad stun. Make it. Out comes the upheaval to dislocate the rest of the team, put them between themselves and the keep wall. But down goes Gul'dan, and that's a 1-for-0 trade as we sit.
And it looks like Almost Legends Gold are going to get away with it without having to pay anything for it. We did get a res there onto Gul'dan. So Gul'dan is up and back, and so we have the full fighting force from U.S. Army Esports. They did save their camp, though, from getting invaded, so they're going to pick that up. And we do have the beacons activating in 7 seconds. Fracture very low, though. Might have to go back. Yeah, it's going to Hearth on back and get full health there. Whew.
Yeah, what a team fight there. A lot of crazy stuff going on there. And here we go with those channels. And there's not Resurrect. It's just, it's so annoying. Like, even the 1 kill could give you at least some sort of advantage where you can try and get something done on the map. And then just, Ariel's like, LOL, JK. Here we go again, full 5-man.
Especially if Cho'Gall goes down, and then you're like, nope, I'm getting both of them back. Oh. Somehow it makes the Sonya noise. I don't know why I made that noise.
I just
but
wish
did.
every ability made that sound.
Yes,
Just be a good idea for a brawl. Just every sound is just replaced with that.
This bottom camp by U.S. Army Esports is marching down the lane, and it's going to get responded to. You know, you can see a couple members on the map, so U.S. Army Esports is able to start the beacon channel. However, bottom is going to be contested by Almost Legends Gold. Here comes Unifier coming in, gets some disruptive upheaval coming in. Out comes the bunny hop, taking a lot of damage. Here's the fear and the mosh as well as ball lightning coming out, getting very low, and Gul'dan will go down. Here comes the self-destruct. It also catches Ariel there. And that's going to be a 2 for none. Unifier trying to get away. Should be able to hop.
Down.
Can you hop on out? No. Don't need to. But that's a double kill going out over to Almost Legends Gold. Nice play there, and this is going to lead to the boss.
Yep, they will start the channel here. Greymane went up there to complete that, but they'll get about 20% before Leo can finish that cancel there. But they do have to know that they are on boss. And this thing, I'm not quite sure where this one will go. Looks like it's going to end up going top here.
It's going to go where it wants to go.
Absolutely.
Oh, a nice pull in here by Unifier. Here comes a slide from Bellos. Here comes March of the Black King, but Cho'Gall is going to go down. Cassia claiming that double kill. Fracture trying to escape. Doesn't look good, though, as soon as that boost is up for Wolfman Jack. Yeah, there it is. And there's a triple kill. Going out to Almost Legends Gold. Boss is pushing. Zerg is accumulating. Whew. U.S. Army Esports is in a tough spot.
Yep, this could potentially be 2 keeps here, as the Zergweg, if they do get the 100% channel, will be going bottom, and this boss is healthy with wall down, looking at top keep. The rest of U.S. Army Esports will be up here in 5 seconds to make their last stand. 16's not quite online, so they do need to fight down that talent here. Well, let's see what happens.
At least the Zergwave is coming bottom, so they do have that keep there to do a little bit of defense. They just have to burn down this boss. They will most likely lose bottom keep unless they have some kind of crazy defense coming on out, but they are able to clear this boss, and the game is not over yet.
No, absolutely not. They do have decent wave clear between the Cho'Gall, the Leorc, and the Gul'dan, so they may even be able to hold on to a scrap of their keep left after this.
More like Gul'dan.
Yep, he's one of those heroes here that just gets so much value in the defense. Ragnaros is one of those ones as well. So just, not trying to be out of position here. They're doing a great job just clearing this. Wolfman Jack is going to leap in here. Hoedown trying to chase down Leorc. The keep is under fire now, and it will go down here with the 3 large boys still chilling here in the back line, and they may look to end here.
Here comes a pull. Into the Mosh interrupted. Out comes the fear, and here's the self-destruct from D.Va. Getting very low on Leorc. Gonna do March of the Black King, not quite enough to heal, and Leorc will go down. Hoedown very, very low. Out comes the bunny hop. Looking for Simeon, and there's the kill. Getting 2 kills. Unifier doing what they can. But this is gonna be a tough defense. Here comes the res that wanted Gul'dan. The core is dropping down to 50%, Dex.
45% and falling. There's just not enough damage to deal with that, and then there we go. GG's game 1. Going over to Almost Legends Gold.
GG's, well played.
Yeah, well played. Game number 1, really back and forth. Unfortunately, Cho'Gall didn't necessarily get to that level 16 power spike or the 20 power spike, which I kind of mentioned there at the beginning, where Braxis doesn't necessarily lend itself to go to level 20. Unlike the map like maybe like Volskaya.
It's a pretty quick map. 16 minutes here. So a spicy pick though, and a fun draft coming out from U.S. Army Esports. Didn't quite pan out this time. Just that strong push from Almost Legend Gold. When you secure a team fight right before the objective, and it gives you the boss and all the Zerg. The Zerg is just so hard to fight into. It really does eat into you a lot more than you'd think.
Yeah, and then they did get to secure the kill on to that Gul'dan. He didn't have Horrify. I think Horrify may have been the only chance at survival there when they were pushing in on that core. But unfortunately, he had used it earlier. But yeah, just well played, good games, really back and forth. Fracture just completely, blowing my mind in that off lane trade. Like I said, I put it over in the favor of Diva, but in that early game, just New York did so much work. They had to actually put rotate Stukov, or sorry, not Stukov, but Greymane up in the top lane to deal with that Leoric.
Yeah, that was a smart play, and so I think that's a good example of a team realizing that a matchup isn't favorable for them and trying to figure out what they can do to fix it and fix it fast. And I think that they came up with a solution that worked well. They also went up there, got a couple ganks. So good problem-solving skills by Almost Legends Gold for that top lane, and it seemed to work out quite well. All right.
Yeah.
ALG, my favorite boy band, says Conflicted 1989. Dude says, wait, so USAE gets an entire Zerg wave and gets basically the same benefit as ALG? I think that ALG already had a fort down, and so USAE got to catch up by getting a fort down of their own in a different lane. So I think that's where that advantage was there. Thank you very much for the follow, Foxington. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Sorry I missed that earlier. Okie dokies. All right, I got the scoreboard. We got that. I have something from you, Dax, to pull up if you want to talk about it. So
Sure.
I'm gonna put that on screen right now.
All right. So yeah, these teams were here and ready to go, but I put this together just taking a quick look at some scouting here. So Tales of the Nexus, just highlighting the two damage dealers here. We did get to see them scrap a little bit, but we have Hoedown here, averaging 104 solo kills. Not even average, 104 solo kills on the season. Averages 11.5 kills per game. So just taking a look here, not so much. He did have to roll around in the offlane on Braxis, but three solo kills, 7 assists. So that would put him at 10, a little bit average there, but we might see that Zul'jin. I know I mentioned it a little bit, but rocking that Zul'jin, most played hero this season. But Pidgey on the enemy team did lock in that Ariel this time, but they average a 8.2 KDA in their games on the assassin role. Played again the healer this time, so not really portraying into these stats, but averages on Gul'dan. So like he didn't even get the Gul'dan, we saw the Gul'dan, but on Gul'dan averages 68,000 hero damage per game. We're really pumping out that damage there. So just wanted to take a minute and highlight two of these players that we do get to watch here tonight. Yeah, as we wait here. So if you are on the side of U.S. Army Esports, Weenus, what do you think you do to get back into into the series here?
Whew. Well, I think maybe I do love the Cho'Gall pick. Maybe a little bit more map specific picks. We are going, it looks like, into Infernal Shrines next. I think they had good wave clear, and I wouldn't be surprised if they pull Gul'dan in again onto this map, as it just really wreaks havoc all over the shrines. Yeah, I think maybe if they get to 20, play out a little bit longer on a map, maybe like this. Infernal Shrines probably goes a little bit longer than Braxis, I would think. Maybe not too much longer, but I don't know. I would say maybe be a little bit more on the camps. Almost Legends Gold had so much pressure all the time. They really dedicated themselves to controlling all the camps as soon as they could. So that might be a way that U.S. Army Esports can try and catch up in the XP game and also just in map control.
Yeah, but Infernal Shrines, you will most often see that 4-man rotation, a larger map. This one does tend to go a little bit long. Sometimes it can be quick though, but it is a macro map. And then as we saw for US Esports, they went ahead and banned Curse, Talo, and Alterac. So they opted to go to this map. So maybe a little bit easier. It's not as widespread. You can get that 4-man rotation. Maybe get some of those picks. So I think that's what we look out for here. We did see the taunt variant get banned against them, so that might be their bread and butter. But they can do something else with Diablo. This is a really good Diablo map, or maybe even taking the ETC.
EasyK93 says better positioning. I yelled at them, have better positioning. Dude saying Greymane's still a camp and USAE had no idea. Yeah, that was a bold move, Cotton, and somehow it did pay off there. Leo did 1v2 Greymane and Diva top. Yeah, there was that was some pretty amazing play there too. So great plays on both sides. We are getting into the lobby here for our next map. I believe this was picked by U.S. Army Esports. Is that correct? I think we'll have
That is what I'm getting
that's
from
what I,
the setup
That's what
here.
I see. We'll have to find out about that just to confirm. But we are getting into this. In the meantime, these are your teams, and we will get into the draft soon. Okay, so yes, we do have the maps to show you right here. The second map getting picked by U.S. Army Esports, taking us to Infernal Shrines, and we're hopping right in. This will give.
What do you like to draft?
For Infernal Shrines? Like, give me Sonya, give me Hogger, give me Johanna. I don't know. Give me some spicy plays for the shrine. But also, you know, some of those heroes are a little bit overpowered just in general. I don't know. I think the Cassie would be good here too. But that Gul'dan, it's really hard to beat the wave clear of Gul'dan, for sure. It's just risky, you know. You pick a mage that doesn't have any escape until, you know, 20, and you're just kind of there. You just have to like fully trust that your tank is gonna peel for you, and the rest of the team is gonna keep you safe. But if you're allowed to do what you're gonna do, Fell flame them, baby. Fell flame them.
And they ended up going Q build. Normally you see either suck build Gul'dan or stats the east side, the corruption stacks. And but we do see that Leoric ban gonna come out great on this map, but a respect ban coming out here as well. I know Kerrigan's good on this map. We may see her later in the draft if we have any Kerrigan players here.
I know we have one among us.
I'm in love with Kerrigan.
Yep, there it is. Anytime you say Kerrigan, I just can't help myself. There it is. A diva ban, I think that's good as well. Winky Face no longer. And instead of, believe the ban for Varian was from almost Legends Gold last game, but this time they're going to snap it up. And Falstad makes it through.
Yeah, it saves the ban if they can play it. You know, Taunt Varian really strong in the current meta. See him all over the place, but here comes Lucio, really good into that Taunt Varian with high five. Another hero I expect. Yep, I expect to see some balanced touches next week if we do get it. But Flyboy, this is the first time I've gotten to see him play in a game in I think a very long time.
Yeah, not the true mother, but the false daddy. It'll be fun to see that tailwind. Kick some tail feather. Rachin72, thank you for the follow. I don't think I mentioned that. Thank you.
Alrighty, and then Hoedown, gonna go ahead and pick up that Zul'jin that we highlighted there a little bit in that break. And then Malfurion again, just a couple of rework heroes coming out. The Emerald Dreams talent at level 1 just feels so oppressive. That's just like, oh, you know, sleeps aren't that powerful. Any damage could wake them up, but that just, you know, on top of the root, it just feels like you're done for. Like you just get caught in the Malfurion root and you're just done.
Yeah, CC twice. Rip. So
yeah, it's its own ban. CC chain.
Yeah, Malthael also banned out here. No priority given to Sonya whatsoever. So maybe Sonya's just not a hero that either of these teams play, or they just don't think it's a good pick for Sonya, which is fair enough. Or maybe, you know, you hold on to your offlaner a little later and you get some counterplay there. Tyke is still on the board as Johanna is picked up, and there it is.
There she is.
Unicycle, yay! Grabbing that Sonya.
There it is. All right, so a lot of shrine control coming out from the side of U.S. Army Esports here. While we do have the blow-up comp, they do need to think about objective here. So maybe Sylvanas could grab the Cassia. Jaina is still up and available.
There it is.
There's the Jaina and Gasboy.
Wow.
I was gonna mention that Gaslo is very good on this particular map. He can rotate to the objective. It is shown about a minute and a half before it does spawn there, so he can rotate in, set up his turrets. But they have the wombo combo there. The grab bomb alone, and then you put the Malfurion root on top of it, and then just all of Jaina's damage. So Lucio is going to have a hard time trying to high five everybody in that minefield.
I always think about Lucio, like, when he does high five, it's like, for like anything that's like mediocre, like you pick up a globe, high five, all right! Like, Lucio's is so energetic and happy and positive. But we will be getting into game number 2 right after this. We will see you on the other side. Okay, here we go. Game number 2 on the left-hand side, Almost Legends Gold, where we have Asian is going to be playing Malfurion. We have King on Jaina. Wolfman Jack is going to be playing that Gaz Lord. Hoedown on the Zul Jin, and Bellos is going to be on Varian. What are we looking like on the right-hand side, Dax Areno?
Already on the right-hand side in the red trunks for U.S. Army Esports, we have Surefire on Falstad, Pidgey on that Gul'dan, Simeon on Lucio, Fracture on Johanna, and Unicycle Yay on Sonya.
Oh, heck yes. Here we go. Game number 2. Let's see if U.S. Army Esports has what it takes to take us to game 3. This is do or die for them, as this will be the last game if Almost Legends Gold gets the 2-0 domination and the end of the season. But they still have a chance here, Dax. They have a chance to come back, take it all the way to game 3.
They do. That is what they are looking for. They're playing back not to give Zul'jin all the stacks here, but Varian's not necessarily a real tank until level 4, so they can afford to step up and bully here with the Johanna. Varian getting chunked down here pretty quickly. Taking a peek here at the offlane, we do see Sonya traded into the Gazlo here. Should be okay. We'll be able to do some of that double soaking for the team. So here we go. Stepping up. Bellows finds himself a little bit low. Simeon does come back. Boop back into the false head, and first blood going over, but there is that Emerald Dream. Simeon almost getting locked down there. But here we go. Camp's now up and available, and I like to see U.S. Army Esports go for this, maybe this invade here with Varian and Pre-4.
Yeah, good idea to push the fight before Varian gets to be a real boy, as you say, and they are going to be able to start this camp, although I don't know if they're going to be able to finish it. It is a 4v3 still. Hoedown is a little bit on the outside. There's some nice roots, though, dropped by Azen. Push them off. Varian is back with the team, but the camp does get picked up by U.S. Army Esports after all.
And they will not have the rotational advantage. Like I said, Sonya was able to rotate down here in the mid lane, catch that soak. Hoedown will be able to catch the remaining of the 2 waves missed over that Brawl, over that bot camp.
Indeed, yeah, giving about maybe a quarter of a lead over to U.S. Army Esports as far as XP for now. Unicycle is going to be able to spin all over those turrets up there, gain some health. Nice job at avoiding the Explodium. Getting some good damage then on Wolfman Jack. And getting the kill up top, as well as a kill down bottom that I missed onto Zul Jin.
Yeah, I missed that one as well. I was watching that trade. I wasn't sure if the splash would get through the wall there, or if Sonya had the spear up, but they do secure that kill. Opting to rotate for their own Khazra camp here. And here we go. Looking at the first Punisher is going to be an Arcane Punisher. So as we had in this one, not the strongest of the 3 to start out with. The taunt is going to come out onto Falstad. He is awfully low, does use the barrel roll to get out of there. And Johanna eats all of that root and sleep, but pops that unstoppable and walks away.
Whew, that was close. Very close indeed. That barrel saving that bird's life. All right, so the shrine has been activated. The camp has been picked up here. by Almost Legends Gold, so they'll get a little bit of push out of that perhaps, but it is going to run up mid against the camp from US Army Esports, which is being cleared. But the objective being started by US Army Esports. They do have the Sonya, they do have the Gul'dan, they have a lot of clear on this shrine as long as they can sit on it.
All right, they send Falstad's top. He did walk there, so Fly is still up and available. Ping is coming out, trying to jump here into this bush and to meet the team here for this team fight. But they do have camp pushing mid to have. Will have to worry about. John does step up with a 4-man condemn. We do have turrets all over the place. This root and the sleep coming out onto Sonya. She will be able to walk away. A lot of poke damage getting eaten up by Johanna here. So we are at 22 to 19 respectfully on the Shrine minions. We do see Sonya is going to go in, the charge coming in, the taunt coming out onto Sonya, finds herself off a little. The poke damage is there, but she will be able to walk away with 200 health. Wolfman Jack is not done, did start tunnel visioning there, did get the laser off, but unfortunately Sonya just ended up living there. But I think they will get the first objective here.
Could be US Army Esports is thinking about going back in. It's still tied. Belos taking a lot of damage. Falstad going off, and there is a kill onto Varian. Wolfman Jack is running very low, is getting drained, is going to be able to run away. And look at that, US Army Esports are able to get back in on the point and secure this Hurricane Punisher, sending out the nasty Limbo.
Alrighty, you are absolutely right. We do see Hoedown just trading blows with John Cena there. They do get the wall down. They are stepping up, but they should chunk this down pretty quickly. But they're just going to go ahead and give this fort. They need to be careful of the jump here. It does come out onto the Zul'jin. Up steps Johanna. Gun block her down a little bit. The chase is on. Great positioning coming out from Lucio, but the taunt coming out onto Surefire. Does eat those tower shots. This did not go down quick enough. So that is a 1-for-1 trade. First kill of the game going over to the side of Almost Legends Gold. But not a bad first Punisher for US Army Esports.
Not bad at all. They get the entire fort. They do a 1-for-1 trade as far as kills. They're able to grab this siege camp, and do have Sonya in lane soaking unicycle. Yay! Here's a possible gank on Wolfman Jack, but I don't think they can quite get him. Setting out the damage, but too close to the wall. Nice escape there by Wolfman Jack.
Yeah, Lucio wasn't able to skate over there and get that boot back. It looks like that's what Simeon was looking for, but unfortunately, just those legs were a little too fast. Those gaslight legs.
Indeed, US Army Esports going to grab their siege camp. We are going to see the Bruiser camp getting selected by Almost Legends Gold, marching up in the top hand lane, which leaves this other siege camp just hanging out. Fracture does get a look at it through the bushes, realizes that it's empty, and they're going to steal that before Almost Legends Gold has a chance to get down there and detect what's going on.
Alrighty, 10's now online for the side of US Army Esports, so we'll have to play this one safe. Do not want to fight down ultimate abilities here, and halfway there. Living on a prayer. They'll get there.
Very close, yeah. Trying, probably not wanting to pick a fight right now on the side of Almost Legends Gold. They're so close to 10. They would like to see that happen, but a full level lead on the side of US Army Esports. They're going to rotate and pick up their own Bruiser camp. Next objective will be here in the middle. Hanging out, and there's 10's. Ding-a-ling for Almost Legends Gold. Welcome to Even Talent Tier. We're looking at Shield Wall, Ring of Frost. Oh, up in the top end lane. This time it is going to work. Nice rotation there and gank by US Army Esports.
Yeah, that is one thing about Gassel. He is very gankable, but out comes the Horrify. We did see the high five come out there as well to save the day. Protection coming out from Belos to get on out of there. We did see Guillotine get chucked there for some extra damage and looking to get a pick on to that Gul'dan there, but very unsuccessful.
A spicy pick. I do like to see Guillotine. It's always fun to throw a huge axe out of the sky onto your enemies. Mix it up from Tazdingo a little bit. A nice root double sleep onto Surefire and Fracture. Asian is it's got some amazing roots so far this game.
Yeah, just really oppressive, and like I said, can't unfortunately do anything. And even when you're Johanna, like you kind of have to pop like pre-pop that trait to get that unstoppable. So here we go, 5 seconds away from the Mortar Punisher. So fortunately enough for both these teams, no Frozen Punisher yet. That has the Frozen John Cena able to turn down. Not
Turn
for what?
down
but
for what?
Shut down. I'm sorry. Shut down those structures.
Oh, Tireless Pro says Wings plus Dax. What could go wrong?
Nothing.
What could go right? And the answer is Dax. All right, so both these teams continue not to fight each other. I believe that the wave clear from US Army Esports is going to prevail. They have a slight lead, but Fracture's going to go in. Here's the lead from Unicycle. Yay, King's in trouble. Down comes the ring. Not going to catch, but there's a big gravel bomb. No follow-up, though. We do have one for none so far, and there is Simeon trying to dance all over the enemy team and try to push them back. And I think this secures it, Dax, for US Army Esports getting this next objective.
Yeah, I think so. I think that Guillotine came out a little bit early. I think he was waiting for that grab bomb from the Gazlo, and just a little bit of a delay for that thing to go off there. So, I think if they get that timing down, I think we're talking a different story here. But 13s and the Punisher now working toward the mids fourth, and they're going to opt not to push with it and get some more macro pressure going on here. They will probably secure about half of, at least the wall and half this fort here, but they are going to go ahead and get all these camps pushing, painting the map red, and just try and just snowball their lead here from here.
You know, I like both these teams have heavy engage potential, and I think whichever team gets the good engage first, I think that's a big advantage, and I think that US Army Esports is taking that advantage and using it to engage.
And they have the Lucio, so they're able to kind of rotate faster than, really keeping almost Legends Gold, like the reactionary. Just, they're here, they're there, they took the mid four here, now they're going to rotate top, it looks like, and maybe invade the Bruisers, who knows? Or looks like they're going to rotate behind. Yep.
Going in. Here comes the grab bomb, try to get away, it's not going to catch, and that is another gank opportunity onto Gazlo. US Army Esports, though, is fighting underneath the tower. Here comes a taunt onto Surefire. Surefire going to be able to back on out in a surefire way. Oh, I laugh when they're terrible. Even I know they're bad. I'm not gonna let myself get away with that one. Gotta play that for sure. Right.
Sad trombone.
Camps are up. Even talents here for now, but not for long. Oh, there's Velos in the bush. He's gonna scout it out. This camp is going to have to be forfeited over to US Army Esports as Gazlo is going into another lane and Zul'jin is not quite with the rest of the team. That would have been a dangerous defense. And with that, the top fort is going to fall. And we're on a roll here for US Army Esports. Talent's your advantage.
100. Yeah, they are looking like a totally different team coming out here. Maybe getting that first game jitters out of the way, taking that L, but coming back and just smacking ALG in the mouth here. They don't even have any walls down on the side of ALG, so just really doing a great job here in game number 2.
Absolutely. Sonya soaking like a champ. Unicycle EA almost 14k. Just really able to get so much of that damage out onto the minions and clear those waves, clean them up, move on, pick up another lane, dual soak, do whatever you need.
Yep.
A lot of XP coming there.
Yeah, and that's just the power of Sonya. She has tremendous wave clear, great sustain. She can join the team fight, leap, remove one hero from the game, and then just go back to playing PvE. Almost doubling Gazlo's soak here, as you mentioned, with almost 15k. So just really just powering ahead here, in the level lead there, but at the same time, kills 8-1 in favor of US Army Esports.
US Army Esports looking to try to see if they can find a pick here or there, as they are really flying all over the map, as the map is theirs. There is a camp up, but so is the objective, and it looks like 16s are going to be tried to be acquired here by Almost Legends Gold before fighting for this, and I think by then this objective will be in the hands of US Army Esports.
See, this is a Frozen Punisher. If I were them, I mean, they may rotate Sony into a finish, but I would 4-man push bot to try and at least start pressuring that keep for sure. The rest of the team is looking to trade at least something here. They are in the opposite lane. But there we go. They must have heard my words of wisdom. They're actually going to go ahead and opt for the other camp, get that pressure pushing mid, getting another key pressure on the way. So Zul'jin, Hoedown standing here, waiting for those camps to roll in here. But here we go. Frozen John Cena on the way.
Falstad flying up. He's going to work on collecting more soak top. I thought that Almost Legends Gold was going to be threatening that top fort, but they decided that they needed to come back and defend their keep. There's John Cena over the wall. Going to spread his ice all over the front wall, but we do have 16s online now for Almost Legends Gold. So at least even talent here in that regard. But look, there's push mid. Falstad's going to be pushing top, and there's push bottom. US Army Esports pushing in all the lanes.
Absolutely, I like this play. You know, playing it safe. We did see 16s come online for the side of Almost Legends Gold, but now they're playing for 20. They're being patient. Again, I think they could have opted with any kills there. Look to end there, but I don't hate them for playing safe here.
Yeah, spreading out. Really, the whole map is red at this point. 19.5 for US Army Esports. They may want to hold till 20 unless they can find out. Here's a leap onto Zul'jin, and here comes out all the damage knowing that that Taz Dingo does not exist. A nice quick pick here for US Army Esports, basically helping them launch towards 20 even faster. And now they're sieged into this bottom keep.
Yep, Gaslo is up top, still trying to defend what they can, try and catch up on that soak. But here comes the first keep down of the game. Pressure is on that keep. Now, being 16s, death timers aren't that long. Zul'jin will be back up in 15 seconds, and 20s still just not happening until having to halfway to the rotation back to mid lane there. So just a good, solid defense coming out from the side of ALG there.
We have 38 stacks of Frequent Flyer. We are not quite up to date here on Frostbite. Still pretty far behind, not quite able to get that shield. And also kind of low on stacks on Zul'jin being 15 minutes into the game. Still don't have this Subdue quest complete, but that's a hard one to get. And now 20s are online, and I don't know, how far does US Army Esports push in here?
All right, the taunt is going to come out. Yep, Pidgey is going to be able to escape there. Horrify does get used there to help disengage, and I think that's just a solid trade for ALG there. They didn't lose anybody. They just lost the wall, and they're fighting down 20s. I mean, I think that was a decent defense and a solid, at least a morale win there for the side of Almost Legends Gold.
Yeah. Just about hitting 18, 2 levels. It's a long stretch to go for Almost Legends Gold. In the meantime, US Army Esports, they're just going to grab all the camps as they come up on cooldown. Meanwhile, Almost Legends Gold, they just want to clear the lanes, try to gather that XP, not fight too far out, because that's another chance for an engage. And you saw how fast Sonya can be on you. Just like that.
Yeah, and unfortunately, no Taz Dingo means Zul'jin is a sitting duck, as well as Jaina. That quest isn't done. She doesn't have Ice Block, and Malfurion, even Gaslo. Like this, like I said, Sony Leap was just an easy pick, I think, looking at this team. Malfurion he's very immobile. He has that pseudo cleanse, which they actually didn't go looking for it. So yeah, they didn't opt for that pseudo cleanse.
All right, the objective is up in 5 seconds, and this will get a huge head start for US Army Esports on it, as there are 3 camps currently pushing. Look at all these goats. That's a lot of goats being iced down. Let it go, let it go. Jaina just decimating those goats. Nah, no, Jaina, don't do this to me. Nah.
Alrighty, so Mortar Punisher is getting taken here. 10 Shrine Monkeys away. 20's just around the corner for the side of ALG. And again, slow playing, it just allows ALG to get closer to 20. They do have a keep here, so they need to be careful not to just die, because then the game will go over to the side. Game 2 will at least go over to the side of US Army Esports.
When you see that leap and that Blessed Shield combo with the John Cena leap, watch out. This could be the Stun City. Here comes the follow-up, and Varian gets blown up. Fear comes out as well. Gaslo's in trouble, and they go down. It's a double kill. Out comes the guillotine. Not going to take Simeon out all the way. In comes the heals. Down goes the mid keep. And this Punisher still has 70% health. A big jump there back onto Asian. King taking some damage. And this core is falling fast. U.S. Army Esports gonna take us to game number 3. GG's, well played.
Here we go. Yeah, game 3 hype. Here we go. Great game number 2. Again, just U.S. Army Esports coming out playing game 2 like a completely different team. You know, not necessarily saying like playing like a 6 seed, but you know, they're just showing that they believe to be here or belong to deserve to be here in the playoffs. And 11 kills to 1, like kind of like the same game that we saw done to them in game 1, but happened in favor this time in game number 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Well played. A totally different outcome than game number 2. And also just showing you how close these divisions are. The C division between these teams has been very, very close. Almost legends in the regular season, 19-8. U.S. Army Esports, 17-12. So very close. Yeah. That's the 2nd seed versus the 6th seed. So, you know, very, very close all the way through. Shout out to placements. Slexia, thank you very much for the sub. 17 moons. Thank you so much.
That is true. Yes, I am actually casting while actually having COVID. You are right. Like I said, Weenus asked me if I would join him, and I obliged. Love casting with Weenus.
I was like, I don't care how you're feeling, Dax. You better cast with me or else. Take that. No, you were very polite. You were very polite about it. You know, again, just the nagging cough and no taste or smell. So other than that, I feel pretty well. Like I said, just stir crazy now at this point. Just coming towards the end of the 10-day quarantine. Can only stand everybody else in my house for so long, I guess. And the best way to put it. It's the best casting experience for Dax because he can't smell me, which is really
I would smell you.
It's a blessing in disguise of not having any smell because then you don't have to smell me. All right, let's see. Yeah, I would just say look at that XP picked up by Sonya in that game. Unicycle, yay. 19K, just really crushing it. Really, you know, doing some great work there. And some excellent CC chains set up by U.S. Army Esports. Those leaps were really great. Blessed Shields. There were some really good fears as well. And, you know, the high fives and Falstead with just pew, 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 getting that 7-1. So maybe not doing top damage, but definitely getting in there and securing those kills.
Yeah, and just, you know, the top variant comp does work. I just think they were having they lost that rotational advantage with the Gazlo. I think from that early bottom fort, and I think they were just trying to play catch up. And then once 10 hit, they just kind of, I mean, we saw Jaina just really lagging behind with that baseline quest, but that was just because they were just dying so quick with that leap from Sonya. So I'm expecting maybe a Sonya ban for sure, or at least the first pickup here. From the side of ALG.
Yeah, Karabu says ALG gotta watch out. There's solo lane ganks. Yeah, some really good rotations by U.S. Army Esports. That game number 2. Shiggity Wiggity says game 3. Lego ALG. All right. Let's see. So let's look at the regular season matchup between these two teams. Almost Legends Gold got the 2-1 win over U.S. Army Esports. So now we're sitting at 1-1, and we're gonna see another 2-1 tonight. This time it may be USAE, it may be ALG, or it may be KFC, CNN, or TCBY. I don't know. When is the last time you've been to a TCBY?
I don't even know what that is.
Maybe that's just out here. It's like a frozen yogurt shop that was like mediocre at best. Like it's very best. It's like a Cold Stone, but for ice cream you don't want to eat.
Fair, absolutely. That's just like you know, soy milk. Not hating on any soy milk drinkers out there, but you know, lactose-free ice cream perhaps. But no, I think, like I said, I live in a rural area, so I think the closest thing we have to that, like we don't even have a Cold Stone. I think I have to go to a different state for that. I think we have like a Dairy Queen, which is just probably up there with up there with that line of nobody really wants to eat it anyhow.
I do love me some dip cones. Speaking of the bracket, though, I'm going to pull it up for the division. This is out of date. Spoiler alerts, House of Shea did beat out Zul'jin Distillery last night. I guess it wasn't reported when I screen capped this earlier, so they will be playing
Report your games.
They will be playing the winner of this game, this next game tonight. They will be moving on here. U.S. Army Esports beat out the number 3 seed Frankfurters. Moved on, almost Legends Gold, getting here tonight by beating out the 7th seed Heavy Slaps in a 2-1.
Well, this is shaking out to like my own division down in the West. My team was the 6 seed. We beat the 3 seed, and we are now looking at playing this 2 seed later this week. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this is going to shape out as well as I wanted to. But here we go. Looks like we'll have a couple minutes here to chat while someone takes care of some IRL stuff, which is perfectly great. Love to see everybody here in the chat. Thanks everybody for showing up, supporting your teams.
Thanks
your
for
friends,
being here,
your
fam.
family.
Your pets.
Goldfish.
I'm sure somebody has their dog playing Heroes of the Storm, and that's probably the hero in the offlane that's kicking my butt.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably why I'm hard stuck. Those dogs.
Oh, them dogs love some hots. All right. Well, we're gonna pause just for a minute. We'll be right back. Watch some of your favorite heroes talk about themselves.
I shall be your shield.
Blessing upon friends!
Hell, it's about damn time.
We are steadfast in the face of peril.
Don't underestimate a Nephilim.
Stormwind honors those who serve.
This is only the beginning of our journey.
My wrath shall not be quenched.
Your deeds bring honor to us all.
By steel or fang, we will prevail.
Not even death can save you from me.
Dun dun dun, we're back. All right, we're just filling out this lobby here. I guess let me update the map so we can take a look at that and see where we have gone and where we are going next. And it looks like, once again, U.S. Army Esports has chosen the map. There you are. All right, to the maps. Take me to the maps. All right, that's right. We are going to Tomb of the Spider Queen. We get to get them spider butts a-percolating, Dax.
Yes, we do. They're going to be twerking down the lane, trying to get those web weavers, pushing out those lanes here. So again, another small rotational heavy map. So, with a 3 lane, maybe in favor here, as we saw in game 2 for U.S. Army Esports. And, you and I were talking a little bit there during the break. U.S. Army Esports has a fair shake in this one, especially just looking like a completely different team there in game 2. I think this one's anyone's game. I mean, it just resets here. Game 3, winner go home here for both these teams.
All the games over the regular season, all the previous playoff games, none of those games matter anymore. Yep. We are just down to this one last game for one of these teams. Miss Windabird saying, "My cat was here watching the cast, but now he is chasing an ice cube around." Sounds just like I
would do the same.
Sounds just like cat things. All right, let's jump right into draft. Here we go, as I fumble with my soundboard looking for... There's your cat chasing that ice cube around. Kind of, I would say, spicy.
Ah, spicy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, their May. That May is getting banned a 3rd and final time here in this best of 3 series. It's really good at zoning out the objective, has a ton of CC, can engage and disengage. I don't dislike the May ban at all whatsoever.
Well, we have some decisions to make based off of the last 2 games. What is ban-worthy? Once again, U.S. Army Esports is going to ban out the Diva, which debuted in game number 1 and played pretty well. So Can't blame him for banning that out. Do you think we're gonna see some kind of variant ban? All right.
I think if I'm U.S. Army Esports, I think you have to ban the Sony here. I think it's just gonna get first picked up if it's left open from the side of, pardon me, Almost Legends Gold. Now they do have a Tychus player, if I remember correctly. I believe Surefire plays Tychus, so Tychus does trade well into Sonya. So maybe we see a Sonya Diablo picked up on the side of U.S. Army Esports.
U.S. Army Esports deciding what they're going to ban. Is it going to be the Sonya? No, it's going to be the Chromie. Now, Almost Legends Gold. They have a chance at the Sonya if they want, or the Falstad if they want to try to steal those picks. Aizen going to pick up the Stukov. I do like Stukov, but do you think it's first pick worthy? I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Sonya here too.
It doesn't give a whole lot away. The Stukov, the silences are just, if you get caught in a well-positioned timed silence, I mean, it could, be the difference between a team wipe or any no kills at all. But again, these teams drafting kind of the same thing from game 2. We do see Wolfman Jack going to go ahead and grab that Gaslow. But like game number 1, we do see the ECC coming out here this time.
All right, we have the beginnings of some Wombo combo percolating here on the side of U.S. Army Esports with Johanna. Bans up next. There is the opportunity to ban the Sonya again. Do you think that Almost Legends Gold will take the opportunity and get rid of it, or do you think it even should be banned?
I absolutely think it deserves
I asked
to be,
you this 20 seconds ago. Has your opinion changed, Dax?
No, I again, like, they're going to leave it open. They do ban the chain here this time, seeing that Wombo combo come alive. But there they go. They do ban it this time, learning their lesson. Well done, sir. But yeah, again, with the Johanna, like with the Mosh Pit, I don't see how they get any value between the two picks. Between the Johanna and the Falstad, just both really good heroes to counter that Mosh Pit, as well as the Gust for that grab bomb.
If you can land it, it's going to be deadly, especially with the silence underneath it. If you got to make sure you get that Falstad in, get that Johanna in there too. And now we have potential of Light Bomb with Anduin, Simeon picking up Anduin, and Pidgey picking up the Tastar with maybe, I don't know, maybe Black Hole? I know it's not the more popular ult, but for Wombo combos,
I actually like Black Hole for sure. I think that could be the pickup here. King is going to go ahead and lock up the Li Ming. We'll be able to get those resets if they get the kill, but really hurting in the wave clear department here. They will opt for Cassia, so they still looking for that Wombo combo, but again, on a wave clear style map like this, I already see the rotational advantage happening in my mind for U.S. Army Esports. I like their draft. They do need the offlaner here. What are they going to play? Trading into Gazla. Leoric is up and available. Again, in tune with the Tassadar, we got that toasted bathtub. If Falstad goes Hinterland Blast. So a lot of things we can just throw in that bathtub if he goes Leoric, which, there we go.
Nice call, nice call. Weenus and Dax equals Red and Green Ranger. Who is who? Weenus is green, Dax is red? I don't know. Black Hole above Archon? Yes. Welcome, Death Punisher, to chat.
Yeah, Black Hole with Falling Sword combo, and then, again, Falstad with the Hinterlands Blast come 20 can get the resets. This is looking pretty gross coming out from the side of U.S. Army Esports, and I think I will have to give it to them here, staring at this draft.
All right, we'll get into it. Game number 3 right after this. All right, welcome on into Game 3. On the right-hand side, we have U.S. Army Esports. Unicycle, yay, is going to be playing on that Leoric. We have Fracture, is going to be playing that Johanna. Pidgey is on that Tassator. Simeon is going to be playing on that Anduin, and Surefire is going to be on the False Daddy. What are we looking like on the left-hand side? Dax.
Already on the left-hand side for Almost Legends Gold, we have Bellalos back on the ETC, King on Li Ming. hoedown on Cassia, AZN on Stukov, and Wolfman Jack on Gazlo.
All right, so we're going to see an interesting matchup in the bottom lane between Gazlo and Leoric. And probably a 4-man rotation between mid and top from both teams. Pull up those talents again, see what we're stacking. We are going to be picking up Prog Rock here from ETC, looking to gobble up them globes. And this time going Thunderstroke on Cassia, not going Fen build at 1.
That's a typical build. I do like charge strikes on Cassia, as I am an auto attack player, and you can kind of pressure here early, get a lot of AoE poke damage there. But Q scales pretty well, especially combat 13 with static electricity, I believe it's called, where your fan shoots out talented Qs and then actually contributes to your stacks. But not doing a bad job here cleaning up these waves is. Almost ALG. They do get a slide out on to the Anduin, and unfortunately they do go down, and Li Ming is already going to go ahead and start with those resets.
First blood going over to Almost Legends Gold. A nice pick there set up by the ETC Bellows slide. Love to see it. Already up to 15 stacks on Static Charge and 4 on Frequent Flyer, but both teams stacking up well. And let's see, Bellows is very aggressive on this ETC. Gotta have to watch out for that on US Army Esports. You never know when a flying cow is gonna come out around the corner.
We got cows.
Moo! Here's my cow.
That's pretty good. Feel like I'm right at home.
I'm 25% cow, so it's just in my genes. Fracture getting low though. Big orbs connecting. And once again, Fracture is fracturing just a little bit, has to get some more health and heal back up. It's pretty even as far as gem collection. Let's check in the bottom lane. Is using Cycle Ye is going to be canceling that teleport. Maybe sticking around, see if they can land a spooky hand. Nope, missed. That could be unfortunate. It's going to have to back out, getting very low. Getting that pick off there. Li Ming grabbing the Falstad mid. I did miss the kill, unfortunately. 2-0. Almost Legends Gold saying, all right, maybe game 2 was a fluke. Maybe we're going to take control of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking a look here. Stack watch. We do have 7 globes already picked up for Prog Rock on that ETC. 9 stacks of Thunderstroke for that Cassia. Frequent Flyer picked up again. 8 stacks for that Falstad and 30 stacks for Static Charge for that Tassadar.
Blessed Shield, Light Bomb combos. EZK93 says we're getting some turn-ins here from Almost Legends Gold. They do have 31 gems turned in. Wolfman Jack got 14. Trying to get those in bottom, but Surefire's there. Interrupting.
We'll be able to poke this down here a little bit. Turn-ins available for both these teams. I apologize here, Weenus, but it looks like there's a rotation up here top.
Oh, let's go. Pidgey's in a bad spot. Yeah, there comes the slide. Almost the Yeet of Faith. Almost enough. That's the worst feeling as when you're playing Anduin, when you yeet somebody and they die in midair.
They die halfway.
Their lifeless body just falls at your feet. You're like, if I had only been just a little faster, if you had just been a little closer. But
absolutely,
Simeon will be able to yeet another day soon.
Absolutely. So sitting about 11 gems away from turn-in is Almost Legends Gold. Neither one of these teams opting to go ahead and grab either one of these camps. So out comes the task wall to separate the team here. Surefire getting a little bit low, but is okay. Get the healing coming out from Anduin. But 7's both online for these teams as they look to trade in here.
No rotations safe from the cow. Really, he'll just roll over anybody out of position. Got to make sure and rotate with your tank if possible. Bruiser Camp getting picked up here by US Army Esports, as the turn-in is now available for both teams. 2 is not going to be enough, but Bellos is going to get those 2 in. Only need 3 now, and we're going to see the Bruiser Camp get picked up on the side of Almost Legends Gold as well. So it's the Camperee Jamboree.
Alrighty, Unicycle doing the best that they can to provide vision in that bot turn in. making sure Wolfman Jack doesn't step up and get that, but needs to run away here to tap as well as clear this wave. But here we go. But red team sneaking it in, so maybe we have ALG holding out for level 10s and maybe a double turn in here back to back.
Could be. We're going to see a little bit of an engage here on the top turn-in point, but the camp does get shredded by the U.S. Army Esports from U.S. Army Esports by Almost Legends Gold, so they will have that camp to put a little bit of damage there on the mid Web Weaver.
Absolutely, they do push out top. They are worried about the mid one. Now, I'd like to put, at least with the first one, a lot of pressure here on the mid lane to get this, at least this wall down. If you can get more, great. But getting with this mid wall down actually provides an extra amount of vision for these bushes, and you can kind of control the turn in here as long as your wave is pushed out. So looks like they will try and do that here, rotating back up top. That's where most teams usually opt to go with these web weavers, since that is the boss lane. Most teams use that as the win condition lane.
10's online first here for Almost Legends Gold. Here comes the Valkyrie, able to scoop up Surefire. Here comes the Black Hole counter engages. 10's are picked up on the side of U.S. Army Esports as well. Oh my goodness. That was close. The Yeet of Faith coming through big time by Simeon that time. Yes.
That was a yeet and a yoink. Cassius said yoink, and then Anduin said y'all yeet, and pulled Surefire back to the team and saved them. So, well done. The first one didn't work out for Simeon, but that one did.
Can they get it in? Oh, no, almost getting the turn in. Just need 3. Several members do have enough to be able to turn in to get this. Asian is going to be trying to get that again, and this time we'll get it in. Web Weaver phase for Almost Legends Gold starts now.
Already, Wolfman Jack holding 26 gems, quarter of the way to that cap. I didn't realize this. Oh, great Unstoppable getting popped by the Johanna there. They were looking for that pick, but able to walk away there, as the Johannas usually do.
Johanna! Yes, indeed. Still plenty. Oh, here comes, once again, here comes the Valkyrie, and here comes a Light Bomb for the disengage. Here comes a big old mosh and a black hole. We're going to lose Falstad. Falstad going down, and a big heal coming out from Asian to heal up. Not going to get any kills off of that black hole, but it was a beauty.
It was. I think that was a 3 or 4 man black hole. Great disengage there. Only losing the Falstad. Could have been far worse with that mosh pit. They do lose the wall. They will lose their fountain here. But Tassadar has a great amount of wave clear here. So they should be able to make quick work of this. Prog Rock now completed 8 minutes into the game from ETC, able to provide some extra sustain for the team.
Going to be able to save mid fort. There's still one Web Weaver still on the board. It is in the top hand lane, and it will be taken down as well. But a decent push here from Almost Legends Gold, and they are going to try to confirm this mid fort by pushing in, seeing that all the members of U.S. Army Esports are spread out top. And they get the fort, but here comes a big entomb. A lot of damage going on to Bellos, and down goes the cow. Light Bomb comes out, and here comes a big old Gravel Bomb, catching quite a few, but there with the black hole coming out again, Cassia goes down. Also, Li Ming. It is a triple kill going in favor of U.S. Army Esports. A nice pickup there, deleting a lot of gems off the board.
Yeah, absolutely. They were threatening that double turn in, and just kind of, it looked like a mishap of an engage. They hit the entomb, and it didn't necessarily work that well with the gust. It just looked like a 1-2. But they were able to secure 3 kills and just kind of recapture some of the momentum here as we head to level 13s and beyond.
Fracture setting up the push in the top hand lane. We do have talent tier advantage just for momentarily here for U.S. Army Esports based off of that fight. That fight, getting those kills, really just getting a little bit of an XP lead here. Web Weavers are coming in. They're not quite there, and 13s now are online for Almost Legends Gold, so we have an even talent tier fight. See if we can get some more siege damage in the top hand lane, or if it gets defended.
Alrighty, so all ultimates up here and available for both these teams. We do see U.S. Army Esports just not sticking around too long. I like that heads up play there. Are going to opt to go ahead and push out this mid fort. Structurally, they're only down 1 fort. Bellows positioning like he's looking for that slide mosh pit. Needs to clear the Hunter Condemn is out. Out comes the stun.
There comes the Valkyrie, and down comes the Entomb. Doesn't quite land. Here's a huge mosh from Bellows, but it does get interrupted. Down goes Stukov, down goes ETC. getting 2 kills there. Pretty valuable for US Army Esports. Looking to claim this fort if they can. Ooh, but getting low. US Army Esports gonna have to back up a little bit, reset, but once again, gaining some crucial kills there.
Already, I like this boss play if they do have it. The Gust is up and available. Stukov is dead for another 5 seconds. Looks like they're just going to clear that wave and look to get a second turn in.
Gazlow's got 43. Wolfman Jack just trying to get these in. Can they get them in? Oh, they do. That's a big payday for the clown with the honkers. Honk, honk.
Toot, toot.
Honk, honk, toot, toot. I won't play that because last time I tried to play that sound clip, I accidentally ended the stream.
Yeah, ended the stream.
Bruiser Camp going to be grabbed here by US Army Esports, and we are flying away down to confirm this bottom camp. Wolfman Jack is caught in the entomb, and here comes Surefire to dump in some damage. Out comes the Gravo Bomb, but it will not be able to stall out enough. Good thing they got all those gems in.
Yeah, that was kind of a good call from him. He was holding quite a bit. They should peel away to get turn in. Hoedown is holding 14 before they do lose it here. But looks like they have their sights set on this bottom 4. They do have the giant camp pushing.
27 gems being held by Unicycle Yay, so wanting to try to get those in as well, and it looks like they're going to be able to get those in unobstructed. And there it is. Not quite at turn in. They still need 7 more. They have 6 on their persons. They only need 1 more. But 16's online here for US Army Esports. They're able to pick up their talents. They have a talent tier advantage here going into this next team fight.
I understand the patience. They're trying to push out these waves a little bit as the web weavers do spawn wherever the furthest minion is in that lane. Because a lot of times we see these defensive turn-ins where it feels kind of bad because you get nothing at all whatsoever for your effort. But we do see that back-to-back turn-in coming out from the side of US Army Esports. Out comes the gank onto Wolfman Jack again down here in the bot lane. And a little shaky to start here, but looks like US Army Esports did find their footing. They calmed down here, and they have the momentum pushing here into the late game.
Yeah, once again doing a great job of kind of flanking around, picking the off lane where they can. Once again, going in behind forts if they need to. They're going to be able to confirm that quite quickly. Top fort is still looking pretty healthy as that was defended by Almost Legends Gold, so not going down up there.
I'm going to call hacks on that Li Ming. Anytime I try and blink through a wall like that on Li Ming, I can just get caught and die. So I don't know how. If there's a certain way you got to blink through some of those structures or whatever the case may be, but making a great escape there.
It makes that like hitting the glass sound. Dung. They do
yeah,
get the top fort. Yeah, top fort is claimed by US Army Esports. After all, they are able to rotate up there as the pressure in the bottom lane was surmounting, and Almost Legends Gold had to get down there to clean that on up. There is a turn-in available, and a lot of gems being held right now by Almost Legends Gold. They just need to find the turn-in and get those gems in. Maybe push out the lanes a tad?
I think that is the play. Now we do see US Army Esports scouting out both of these turn-ins, so they can turtle up here. Maybe they think they're up on the boss. That looks like that's where they're going to be heading. Pings coming out. I like that play coming out from Almost Legends Gold.
Here we go. Waiting in the bushes. 1 Entomb could set up another display here, or Grab Bomb. All the heroic abilities are up. Bellows gets some vision in there. Fracture, popping the Iron Skin, poking around a little bit. Here comes the Blessed Shield. Here comes Light Bomb. There's a big black hole as well as the Mosh, and there is the Gust from Falstad. The Entomb is dropped, but is going to back off. So a lot of heroic abilities used there, but no one going down. Still do have Valkyrie available on the side of Almost Legends Gold, and turn-in achieved.
In terms of alt economy there, they do have 3 alts back up. They do have turn-in, so it's a great trade there for ALG. They are same talent here, so now's where they can kind of look to maybe get that wombo combo off here and turn the tides of this game.
Almost Legends Gold starting on the top hand lane, looking to try to take out that top fort if they can. It is valuable in the boss lane. they're just gonna get a little bit clear here, and then they're trying to decide where they're going. Are they staying top? I think we're staying top. Vision coming out there from Tassadar.
Yeah, mid already gonna go ahead and get taken down. Out comes Valkyrie, not able to connect onto Surefire there. The root coming out onto Belos. Out comes the light bomb. Entomb comboed, 3 members getting stunned out. Out comes the slide from Belos. Out comes the grab bomb back onto Unicycle. Yay. Wolfman Jack does hit that grab bomb, but the black hole to disengage that. So far, only Johanna went down. The Web Weaver goes down as well, and the fort here is setting about half health, and the bottom Web Weaver is just about done.
1 for none. Nice fight there for Almost Legends Gold. They will be able to take this top fort down quite easily. Bottom is being defended here by Unicycle Yay. And, you know, we're pretty close structure-wise, pretty close XP-wise as well. And we're going to see a boss play here from Almost Legends Gold. I think they get this unobstructed.
Yeah, not having a front line here. I mean, they could try and make a cheesy false ad play, but they do risk the staggered death. But I like this. I like this play here a lot. They can get boss. They can get a second turn in and just keep this pressure up here in the top lane.
Looking at this top turn in, they do have 61 of the 60 required. We're getting close for the snapshot of everyone channeling in. Yes, channel, 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 channel. Get that pressure moving. I like this play, picking up the camp here from US Army Esports. Maybe that can, you know, have some counterplay there, but it's gonna get cleaned up real fast by Almost Legends Gold. So actually not gonna get any counter pressure there, but the boss is being cleared here by US Army Esports.
Yeah, they will have to stick around here a little bit longer. They can clear bot. They are already going to go ahead and set their sights here on the spot for it. I don't hate them clearing this camp and then maybe catching a rotation mid. But evening it back up in structures here. 20s, they're only down 20s now, but only for a short amount of time here. So ALG, you know, did start. They started out strong. Mid-game, they did lose a little bit to US Army Esports, but come here in the late game, level 20. The ball is back in their court. We are back here, even in this, essentially this best of one here, head into this game 3 of the semifinals.
Oh yeah, one big team fight is all it's going to take to end this game. We're 18 minutes in. We're in the late game now. All that's left are keeps. Oh, here comes a possible flank. Here comes a Valkyrie out onto Leoric. Here comes a big mosh, and here comes a big black hole. There goes the grapple bomb. Down comes the Entomb. Velos does get blown, but has Death Mosh. Is going to catch Leoric in it, and Leoric does go down. Fracture trying to keep everyone from retreating. Maybe everyone's just going to disengage. There's a big silence coming out, chunking down on Surefire. But it looks like it's just going to be a 1-for-1 exchange.
Whew. Yeah, no frontline. They did lose ETC for the Leoric, so at least the silenced Entomb, it won't be here for another 30 seconds. But not that. All things considered, I mean, they're still holding Wave of Force and Massive Shove on the side of ALG, and full sets the Gust with Wind Tunnel. So some pretty impactful ultimates still up and available. Neither team has turned in here. But playing pretty defensive and pretty passive here for a little bit. We are awfully close to turn in on the side of US Army Esports.
Unicycle's gonna res and get stunned and just gonna go right down again. Maybe a little bit too much sneaking there on that enemy camp. Maybe trying to provide a turn in, but they're a little bit short on the side of US Army Esports. They don't quite have enough. They're close. They're 7 down, 7 away from turn in. A lot closer than Almost Legends Gold, but they do have to wait for Leoric if they're looking for a 5-man engage. Leoric, it's like, all right, I'm just gonna keep following them around.
He's keeping vision, right? Like, they don't have to worry about ganks. He's doing his best to keep vision of the team so they can safely grab those gems as the camp is pushing here. So he's at least doing a service. But again, if it comes down to a team fight, like, why not fight 5v4 here? With Unicycle. This time he will separate, make some space there, and rejoin the team.
Space created. The dudes still have a second before it comes in. Here comes Johanna getting a little bit frisky there on the front line. Down comes the Entomb. Out to the big orbs coming in the back line from Li Ming. We're going to see a big stun there onto Belos. Belos is going to slide out. Here comes the Grabo Bomb. Ooh, nice. Connecting onto 4 members at least. But it looks like we're going to see a disengage again.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw the beehole come out at the same time as that gravel bomb. That is a Spider-Man meme if I've ever seen one. Just both teams getting caught in both ultimates, and just a whole lot of nothing happening with all of those R buttons being pushed there. But both these teams playing very careful. They know what's at stake here with this game. Here we go. We do see team fight number 2 happen. We do see the boot coming out from ETC. Death Mosh will be up and available. Does hit that mosh pit, but does go down. Falstad does get caught in that and just immediately gets blown up. Is the Falstad from the Li Ming and Cassia damage there. Again, losing ETC for 50 seconds and Falstad. So no frontline now available for the side of ALG. But Turn-In is online and available. Let's see if we see an invade here. We do possibly, perhaps. 4v4, no frontline though. So, yep, we do see the Brewster Camp is going to get pushed by US Army Esports and Turn-In on top of it here.
Here we go, almost Legends Gold, knowing that camp is getting picked up. They're going to rotate down and grab this siege camp, get a camp of their own. Turn-In is available, and Fracture is turning in the 14 to secure the next Web Weaver phase. Still one down on each team for another 15 plus seconds. And it looks like US Army Esports wants to get at least a keep, maybe some kills for an end game push. But they got a little ways to wait for these Web Weavers to get into the lanes.
Already, they got a... need to step up here a little bit. Out comes Bellows. We do have ETC back up. Need to be careful. Watch that slide. Mosh Pit still down for 30 seconds, but did go Encore. We'll get those resets on that if you can get a couple good boops with that W.
Whew. All right, so the Web Weavers are going down. They are getting chunked here by almost Legends Gold. US Army Esports being a little bit careful, waiting for a perfect setup, but so is the enemy team. Let's see who can execute this engage better. You don't necessarily want to fight. Here comes the Entomb. There's the Valkyrie as well. Light Bomb going off. Surefire getting very low, gets stunned. Into the mosh. Here comes a big black hole. We're going to lose Li Ming. Li Ming going down. Oh my goodness. Unicycle Ye somehow escaping with minimal HP. A lot of abilities burned there, but getting the one kill, is this enough to take the boss?
I think so, and unfortunately, even that's hard to see. Li Ming does go down there, and how low the enemy team was. I think if just you kind of lick your chops being if you play Li Ming, looking at those low health bars, trying to get those resets. But again, they're taking a second crack up at this top, keep down Li Ming. A lot of the kill potential there. Now Cassia does do a decent amount of damage here, but the Brewster Camp is going to go ahead and get picked up from the side of ALG, trying to keep that pressure in the bot lane, pushing out bottom as much as they can as this boss marches down top lane.
Yeah, we have Falstad stacking, but Cassia stacking too. So both teams are scaling, and I think this spells doom for the top keep, as this boss is coming in. And now it's up to US Army Esports to see if they want to push in with it. And I think they are looking for it. They do have their abilities up.
This is for all the marbles. Surefire just needs to look for a good gust to disengage here. The boss is losing health pretty rapidly. Out comes the Silence and Tomb, hitting onto two members. Out comes the Light Bomb, connecting onto the same two members. The Johanna does pop the Unstoppable. King finds a little low, does get the blink. Gazlo goes down here. Boss is chunking away. This core is at 70% and falling. Massive Shove is going to come out onto Fracture, pushing her away. But all hands on deck here. This is for all the marbles, 30% and falling. Out comes the Valkyrie. Out comes that Wind Tunnel Gust to disengage Li Ming. And there it is, game 2, and the upset going over to US Army Esports.
GG's, well played. There is the reverse sweep. Whew. What a match, Daxaroni and cheese.
Yeah, absolutely. 24-minute game there. That one went the distance there. Both these teams knowing what was at stake, but ALG did, they played so well. Just unfortunately, just a lot of disengage for their Wombo combo there with the Tassadar. Pardon me. And Falstad Gust and just Johanna in general just having that cleanse on cooldown. But just well played, both these teams. Great seasons, and that they put on a show. This was quite a set of games to cast, and hopefully they were as fun to watch as they were to cast.
Absolutely. The game time 2-4-20 or 2 420, so it's a double 420 for this matchup. If you're in the mood, you know what to do. Wolfman Jack putting out 76k hero damage on Gazlo. Love to see it. That was great. I feel like these teams were kind of mirrored with their abilities, right? You have engage, you have counter engage, and they both use them excellently in these team fights, and it made it really hard for one team to get an advantage in these team fights. Sometimes, about half the time they're just like, all right, well, we tried, and then they both walk away because they countered each other so well. So Almost Legends Gold, the number 2 seed, has been eliminated, but well played to everyone on the team. Hopefully we'll see you next season. U.S. Army Esports will move on, and we'll go back to us for a second here. I'm going to pull up that bracket one more time. So they will be facing House of Shay, the number 1 seed versus number 6 seed, and that will be, I believe, sometime next week. So, and that'll be...
Yeah, and I believe I saw some banter in the chat that actually U.S. Army Esports beat House of Shay in the season. So if that's the truth, then we should have quite a series in the... now that's a best of 5, right?
Yes. Yep. The Coastal Finals will be best of 5, and whoever wins this will face the winners of Division C West of the next matchup. So potentially a couple more matches. One more for this division, then we'll have the grand finals. But great play. That was a lot of fun to watch. Let's see if I can get an interview with US. Alexa just wants to talk to me about Alexa, stop. Now wiggle with it. Oh, she's still listening. Awkward. And somehow I just ordered like 30 12 packs of toilet paper. I don't know. I don't understand technology. I'm so bad with all the things.
I said wiggle with it, not wipe it, Alexa.
That's right. If you could do that, then you'd be more functional, and there'd be an Alexa in other rooms of the house. Okay. Oh no, I said it again. Stop. Okay. Whew. All right, let's see if we can get an interview here with U.S. Army Esports. I'm going to lose... Oh, actually, did I update the scores? I did not. I'm going to update the scores first. Boop. Okay. So let's hop on into the Discord. I'm sorry, Dax. I'm going to lose you to chickens.
It's all right, friend. I'm all for the chickens.
Here come the chickens. Summon chickens. Summon the chickens. All right. Okay. So we're going to hop into the NGS Discord and see if we can find an interview here. Let's go into lobby 3. Boop. All right. Here we are. Okay. I'm going to message our winning team here and see if they would like to do an interview. Hello. It sounds like we have someone with us. It is Fracture. Welcome and congratulations on this reverse sweep tonight.
Thank you.
Are we getting anyone else, or do we have the pleasure of just having you with us?
Do you want me to get other people?
It's really whatever you want. I just it really doesn't matter. We're blessed to have anybody who would like to speak with us. Mm-hmm. So
give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right, maybe
I'll be right back.
All right, so Dax, how did you feel during Game 1 on this matchup when we went to Braxis? I know Braxis is not your favorite.
I have to do it by myself.
Okay,
that'll work.
Good. It's perfectly fine. So Fracture, how you feeling? How's the team feeling after getting that reverse sweep 2-1 and moving on in the playoffs?
Feeling very good. Honestly, feeling like we can win the whole thing. To be real with you, I'm really happy with my team. I think we did a good job of keeping our mentals. Game 1, I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of hate when my team plays struggle, so I was kind of super tilted coming out of it. I know they're gonna hear that and smile and laugh at me, but I think that we brought back Game 2 and 3 really hard. Especially Game 2 felt like we kind of just took control and held it. and we didn't give them any ways back into the game, and it felt really good. I was really proud of my team for all 3 games, but especially in game 2 and 3, of course, because we won those. But I think my team did a really good job keeping our heads straight and kind of buckling down for what we needed to do.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about the Cho'Gall. Was that something, especially on Braxis, is that something that you guys have practiced, or is that something that you've been hiding? Is it something that just was like, hey, let's just try this for the giggles? What was the thought process behind that?
Kind of neither. We did play it once in a match. I believe it was our last game on Braxis, and we won it. And since this team actually plays Variant Stukov like we do, one of our kind of things was like, hey, what if we just completely take this a different direction and kind of surprise them with this pick? Unfortunately, we had a little miscommunication in the draft, and we didn't ban Greymane, and that really hurt the Cho'Gall. And then we just had some bad team fights, where we got a little too antsy, kind of went too hard into them when we didn't need to. I think it's definitely something that we can, kind of pull out here and there. Not gonna be like one of our mainstay comps, but it's fun to experiment. I'm not a super big fan of Cho'Gall, so my team's trying to convert me over.
I feel the same way. Sometimes you just gotta let the players do what they want to do, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But
sure.
we were excited to see it for sure. It's something that you don't see every day. So that was a lot of fun to watch that. So game number 2, you guys really turned it on. I think it was 1-11 as far as team kills, and like you said, you really controlled the map. What was the conversation like between game 1 and game 2 to kind of get you guys back on track?
So with the way that they drafted game 1 and the way we've seen some of their VODs and things like that, we knew that they're a heavy team fight team. They don't put as much into macro as they maybe could or should. So we were like, hey, we're gonna try to just get a minion wave prio at all times. And then once we get the XP advantage, we're not letting go. Like as soon as we got 1 level lead, it turned into 2, and we held 2 level lead up into a 3 level lead almost the entire game. Just really from working on our rotations, making sure we didn't focus on really picking people off too much after level 4, because Varian then becomes a tank. So it was just hey, let's get an early advantage, clean our rotations up, and just hold that advantage the entire game. That was our goal.
And you got Sonya, and that didn't happen again.
Yeah.
That Sonya, the soaking that Sonya put on in game number 2 was drenching. It was really, really great, as well as everyone else's play as well. Dax, do you have any questions about game 1 or 2? Sorry, I skipped you for game 1.
No, I think I wanted to talk about the Cho'Gall but game 1. I mean, just props to Leoric, causing the Greymane to rotate up in the top lane. Unfortunately, you were running the Cho'Gall, so you didn't really necessarily have that man advantage, but just Leo winning that duel up in the top lane. No, game 2. So I guess my only question about game 2 is Sonya. Your offlaner, do they put neither team in game 1? I don't remember if she was banned or not, but do you guys not put Sonya as high up as maybe some other teams, or you just or just what's the thought process there about Sonya?
So I'm a huge fan of Sonya. I main offlane when I'm in ranked and stuff. So Sonya's probably my single best offlaner. We definitely like her. Unicycle prefers mouthfeel a little bit more to Sonya, but it's one of those things where it's definitely a pick or ban hero. Both ults are incredible. The hero is just good, flat out. The only reason I think it wasn't taken or banned in game 1, because we were worried about banning it, and then they locked D.Va. So we were like, okay, well, we don't really want Sonya because the only thing that she really struggles with is getting ganked. If she doesn't have leap, she just struggles to get away from ganks because all she can do is really walk. And I didn't want to play something vulnerable in top lane, so that's why I was like, you know what, I'll just play Leo. I was winning. I will say I'm gonna give a shout out to their D.Va player. I was winning really hard until he just switched and started playing from human form, and I couldn't do anything. So I'm gonna give him props for that. I'm gonna shout him out for that. That was it was a fun offlane. I love 1v1ing, and that was really good.
Yeah, Baby D.Va is the actual hero. At least she was. The Mech D.Va now is a little bit more powerful, but yeah, that's pretty good there. But no, that's all I have for questions in the first 2 games, Venus.
Very good, very good. Going into game 3, Tomb of the Spider Queen. I see that this. I believe you have done. You picked 2 of the 3 maps. Is that right?
Yes, we did.
Or did you pick
Actually,
all
we
3?
we picked all 3 maps.
Maybe I should look at my own screen.
You're good. We did pick all 3 maps. I'm kind of happy that we picked all 3 maps. It's we definitely would rather control the map in general. Especially because you can kind of just stay on those comfort picks as much as possible on those comfort map picks. But I also really like the ability to if they lock something first pick, we kind of have more chances to counter because you get the 10th pick of the draft. So I prefer being map pick. If we have the choice, we're almost always going to take map pick.
Very good. Yeah.
So yeah,
that's great. Yeah, it seemed like a little bit of a slow start in game number 3, as I think Almost Legends Gold got to the first couple kills, and then you started coming back and picking some team fights with an aggressive ETC. Just really diving onto whoever they could find, and sometimes finding picks. Did you have to have a readjustment at the beginning of that game to kind of counter that super divey cow?
1000%. So our main goal was, again, after game 2, after it worked so well, we're like, hey, let's get rotational advantage. Let's clear the waves better because we have better wave clear as our heroes. But a good thing that they did was they stood in front of the wave and made it hard for my backline to even hit the wave. And then they interrupted rotations, which I'll give props to the ETC. And that was why we kind of had to shift. So you saw sometimes hey, we're just going to leave one top and not rotate for a little bit. We're going to try to pick some other plays on the map. And then, once we got the objective, we kind of turned it back into our game where we got to rotate heavily. But they did a really good job of actually disrupting our early laning.
Absolutely. Very good. Dax, do you have any questions about game 3?
I do not. Actually, that was the only real question I had written down here was just the comms. And how just what your team was going through to get back into that game, and then like Weena said, the wombo combos on either side, you guys had a great amount of disengage with the fall stat and the black hole, which you don't see, but I've seen a lot more black hole, which I absolutely love that pick up there, and I think it ultimately ended up helped you guys win game 3. But no, that's everything 100%. For me. Yeah, just congratulations, and look forward to watching the finals.
Thank you, sir. We are very happy that we made it. I'm super proud of my team. Starting this season out, we were struggling. I think we started the season 0-2, I want to say. And I think my team, what the season started February-ish, maybe late January, early February. I am super proud of my team's growth. I think they've done an amazing job. We're getting way more comfortable playing with each other. The comps are getting cleaner. Our comms and game have gotten a lot better, and I'm super happy with my team in every respect. So it feels really good to make it this far and now be playing in the finals.
And this is your first season, is that right?
This is our first season of NGS. We've played I want to say 2 or 3 seasons, or I guess years, in Heroes Lounge.
Okay.
And I can't even remember what division we were in, but this is our first time playing NGS. I played NGS all the way along a good 3-4 years ago, and I was really happy that my team got into NGS this season. Now that it's becoming basically the only NA tournament, I'm really happy that we got a chance to be in this tournament, for sure.
Well, that's very exciting. And just pulling up the bracket, so it looks like you will be playing House of Shay next. Any any kind of I don't know. Do you fear anything coming out from them? Do you have any words to say to them? I don't know. How does your team feel about going into that match next week?
We don't fear anything, first off, at all, ever. We just don't feel fear. That's not a thing that our team even believes in.
Can you teach me how to do that with spiders? Because I will shriek like a 10-year-old nun whenever I see a.
No, actually, the only 2 things on this planet I'm afraid of is spiders and water. So I feel you.
Fair.
But no, I think we played them before. I think it was a really competitive series when we played them. We actually did take the win on them. I think we're gonna try to do it again. I'm looking forward to the games. I think it's gonna be really competitive. It's gonna be exciting to play a best of 5 for the first time. So I'm super looking forward to the finals, and I'm just happy that we made it to the finals, regardless of what happens. But we are going there planning to win. So
excellent.
Alrighty.
Great. Dax, do you have any other questions? For
no,
Fracture?
That is it for me. Just again, congratulations, and I look forward to keep an eye on that match. I want to see that one for sure.
All right,
Appreciate it, man.
one last question for me, and it's if you had to go the rest of your life with Tapioca or mayonnaise in your shoes, which would you pick?
That's super disgusting either way. But
Yeah.
probably mayonnaise, because I feel like it's at least like smooth.
Very good.
That's super gross though. That would be like a pretty. I mean, I hate when my socks get wet, let alone like having mayonnaise in them. So that's awful.
That is terrible. Way to end an interview. All right, the floor is yours for any shout outs before we let you get on out of here.
All right, so first and foremost, I want to shout out Pidgey. I think that he borderline single-handedly won us Game 3 with Black Hole. I think he did an amazing job holding his cooldowns and really bursting the ETC with his Q build. I think he played tasks almost flawlessly this game. Super proud of him. I think Game 2 goes to probably Sonya on her off soak, while we just did a good job like holding rotations. I think we did a great job on the team. I'm like, again, super proud of my team. Shout out to the Army for letting us play under that. Thanks to NGS for letting us be in this tournament. Everyone in Div C, it's been really good playing with you guys for sure. Looking forward to the finals. Oh, and twitch.tv/EZK93. That's our coach. I am putting Twitch in the chat now, so feel free to go follow that. And that is all.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations once again, and have a wonderful evening. And we'll see you later in the playoffs.
All right. Take care, guys. Thanks for casting.
Right. You bet. Toodaloo. All right, Dax, I'm going to call you back. Baby, come back. All right, chickens. Sorry, you're going away. We're going to bring back Dax. Daximanimus. There we go. Okay, cool. Welcome back, Dax. Thank you so much for co-casting with me, even though you are under the weather. I really do appreciate it. I feel like I'm taking advantage of your kindness, but I do definitely enjoy having you with me whenever possible. So thank you, sir, for being here. Anything you have before we head on out?
No, just thanks for having me. And, it's always fun casting with you, even though you do run the risk of ending up on that soundboard. But it's always a blast. Can't say no to you. But thanks for having me. And, just again, props to both these teams. Great seasons from both of you. Unfortunately, only one of you could walk on. For tonight, it just happened to be U.S. Army Esports. But other than that, just be kind to everybody out there. And yeah, that's it.
Absolutely. Go ahead and give this man a follow over at twitch.tv/DaxHots. You can also follow him on Twitter at Dax_Hots. They're doing some great stuff. What else are you involved in? You've got some stuff going on with like 30K and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've taken a little bit of a hiatus from streaming since the playoffs have been kicking off here and focusing on my team. But yeah, I am a social content editor for 30K, the CCL team. A lot of their memes and other fun stuff you see coming out of there is my doing. You can go ahead and give them a follow if you're into the CCL. It's again kind of the upper echelons of what's going on here in this esport that we all know and love.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out in chat. Thanks for being here. Surefire, I think I missed your follow 13 minutes ago because I'm a terrible streamer. But thank you very much for the follow. Thanks everybody for hanging out, being here in chat. Tuna, if you're still here, saw ya. Thanks for stopping by. I can smell that tuna from here. whatever that means.
Take that however you like.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Thanks for the subs, peeps, for stopping by. I think we're going to find another game to go and raid. Probably, I think I want to check out that Clouded Minds Div D West game that's going on, maybe if it's still going around. We will head over there. We will find someone, though. I'm Moistweenus. You can find me on Twitter at Moistweenus, twitch.tv/Moistweenus. We will see you soon. These were your teams. We'll catch you next time. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
I shall be your shield.
Bless
Hell, it's about damn time.
We are steadfast in the face of peril.
Don't underestimate a Nephilim.
Stormwind honors those who serve.
This is only the beginning of our journey.
My wrath shall not be quenched.
Your deeds bring honor to us all. By steel or fang, we will prevail.
Not even death can save you from me.